I heard the burritos out in California could fly higher than the birds. Roger McGuinn.
That was David Allan Coe with a little outlaw country to start off this week's Fish Notes. We got a lot of great seafood coming into the market today. So let's get right to what's going on this weekend. Thank God we saw the end of the rain. So this week's goals is get ready for oyster season. So all of our new staff, engage them with some oyster lingo, some standard customer questions, displays procedures, etc. Let them know about pecks, bushels, and all the other medieval terminology we use to talk about oysters. Anyway, that's for the service goals. But in terms of prep, let's think for both anything we can do to get ready for oyster washing. Turn on our washers. We got a washer being built for Marsteller, but at CB, get your washers going. Go through old boxes, throw away boxes that are not going to hold bushels. Make sure you got tags for tagging oysters in the cooler, bagging procedures, all that good stuff. So get your mind right for oysters. So oyster season opens next, I guess it's Thursday. We probably won't have that many oysters in locally for the weekend anyway, but we will. They will be starting. We've got sunny weather this weekend. Looks like there's going to be not Sunday, but rain on Sunday. Maybe a little bit cloudy tomorrow, but hopefully we'll get a good, decent day out of it. We highlighted sea scallops, black tip shark, and jumbo green tails and heads-on shrimp this weekend. No price changes except for a few specials you see below. We got same lobster special. We got a lot of #1 jimmies in the house. So we got a half bushel special, 79.5 bushel, and for mixed crabs, 39.5 bushel. We also have Atlantic salmon for $9 a pound. We're going to keep that till we burn out. And then we've got some beautiful heads on coming off the road and on our displays right now. So let's do a 5-pound special on the jumbo heads on and the jumbo tails. Okay, Sam just dropped off crabs for the weekend, and then we also have a few crabs may come in from Proach on Sunday. Remember, we got a good load of #1s in the house, so let customers know that our special half bushel specials. Same specials going on with lobsters that we've been doing. In terms of shellfish, we don't have any more. The waters are still closed around here, so we're not going to get any more clams, but trying to sell out of these by Sunday, so we'll start fresh next week. Hopefully the waters will be opened up next week. Beaufort cultures in this week, they're still shut down due to rain. Our Stump Sound culture, they're still shut down due to the rain. So we're going to aim to sell out of those by Sunday as well. We've got live mussels came in the house on Wednesday, so we're always, when we get live mussels in, we try to clear them up by Sunday, y'all. So do your best on Sundays if we're heavy to, give people to try some, so we keep a clean house for the early week. We did get Maryland oysters in, and we're going to have capacity to get Maryland oysters on Wednesdays and Saturdays. These oysters are fat. They're not like as salty as our oysters, but they're fat. And so if y'all try them, bust one open, try them so you can tell customers what they taste like. It's no better way than to explain it when you've tried it. So, yeah, give them a shot. Everybody who's never had them, try them. Okay, so a little bit of word about wild oyster season. So opening on the 15th. This year we're going to ring up our oysters as local clusters, standard singles, and select singles in the point of sale. The harvest tags of each bushel will tell us and our customers where each bushel was harvested. The only way that we're going to be able to meet demand is to buy oysters from Swansboro, Beaufort, Topsail, Masonboro. We're going to make sure we have all types of oysters in the house. But they're all going to be salty. They all come from waters that are close to the ocean, and that's never a question where we're getting any of these oysters from. But we don't want to lie and say they're from the Stump Sound if they're from Masonboro Sound. We want to keep it legit. So this is how we're going to handle this problem this year. I'm going to revise the description tags, so we'll have them right there on our displays. But when we grade and or evaluate oysters, we want the small bladey singles and doubles that we usually call out of clusters to be standard singles. And then select singles will be the biggest and best singles of the weekend, and that's dependent on tidal access. If we have a low tide in the middle of the day, we're going to get good big oysters most of the time. But if it's a bad tide week, our best select singles may not be the greatest as they were before, but that's just based on we can't tell our oyster, and we can't take a hit on what these things look like based on tidal access. So anyway, our local oysters are going to come from the Topsail Sound, the Stump Sound, the Masonboro Sound, and Swansboro, and Beaufort, and they're always going to be salty. And the tags, the harvest tag locations, will tell exactly where those oysters were harvested, and we'll post the map in the store. On the shrimp notes, I've got Denny should be bringing us about 70 to 100 pounds of bait today to the CB store. CB in Midtown, keep your fresh heads on looking good. If they get anywhere near, like I said, we got 300 pounds more jumbos coming in today. So head them as needed. Get them headed. Get the heads off of them so they don't start getting black into the tails. And like I said, we're running 5-pound deals on all our jumbo heads on. Medium tails, the beach should get all of the medium tails we had bought as tails today. But when they run out, we want to make sure we've headed and graded all of our $8 heads, and so that we have a medium jumbo. All of anything that's a medium shrimp should be sold out before we start thawing frozen shrimp. The jumbo tails that we have this weekend are from South Carolina. They were tailed for us. They're beautiful shrimp. We're running 5-pound deals on those. And if we're heavy, which we likely will be a little heavy on Monday, we're going to make the call Sunday night what to do with the remaining bit of our heads on shrimp. So we'll probably head and freeze those on Monday. Okay, fish notes. Spots haven't been caught in Virginia. They stopped getting caught. So we just had a big after all that rain, it just flushed them out somewhere, and fishermen can't find them. But we do have a handful coming back off the road today from Kenny, but they're going to stay at Marsteller. But he's got plenty of flounder, sheep's head, black drum, bluefish, and a few odds and ends, and red drum, excuse me, a few odds and ends coming back from Cedar Island. They're pristine, bomb, biggity pound net fish, so you know they're going to hold up great. They're going to be great for customers. Y'all cut those fish based on demand. I wouldn't cut everything all at once, but y'all make the call what do you think is going to sell in each of the stores. We have access to more tuna and sword if needed. We haven't committed to any, but if we get a good run on tuna, we can get more. And then we're going to try to sell out our salmon by Sunday, so we got a clean house on salmon by Sunday. That's the goal. Okay, moving on to some company notes. New schedules have been posted. Our hours are changing at CB. We're going to be open Monday through Thursday from 7 to 7 and still 6 to 8 on Fridays through Sundays. And I don't want anyone breaking down displays until 6:45. You can start breaking stuff down, but I want full displays up till 6:45. And we always want to aim, when we do these time changes, we always want to aim to help customers after closing with reasonable needs. So if they want a pound of bait shrimp or a dozen or 2 crabs, get it for them. We're always aim to help customers when we can. That's the only reason we're here. So if we make a schedule change, it doesn't mean like, all right, that's it. No, we don't help customers after 7. You're always aiming to help them. But if it's reasonable, you're not going to cut fish after 7 or, you know, that sort of thing. Okay, this is one thing I've changed my mind on, early morning cleaning of displays. It doesn't make sense when it's slower because, you know, I can't have people coming in early to clean when I need people, at least 3 people to close at night. So we're going to go back to afternoon display cleaning. Sorry about that change, but I've just changed my mind. We will do early morning cleaning during the summer months. I think that's the best time it fits when we're busy and we're staying open until 8:30, and we don't want to have people. So that's when we're going to do that next year. This is the most important things. Hours are going to get tight with our current demand, especially as we go into winter. And I'm in a tough situation. I have to fill the schedules as fairly as I can, taking into account the company's needs first, and then filling our schedules based on availability and skill set, and really the hunger to move seafood forward. I know that sounds cheesy, but we're a business, and we want the hungriest, most self-motivated people representing our company, and we all need to help motivate each other to that end. Yeah, our company is going to be changing, growing. We're doing some exciting things are happening, and we're opening up new opportunities for more sales venues and more growth, especially due to us holding our point of sale, our inventory on the point of sale. It's going to allow us to see our business in new ways, in ways that we're going to have to get smarter about how we operate. And so, yeah, I want hungry people. I don't want our managers or myself to have to tell people to be motivated. You got to bring the motivation to yourself, and that's just how we're going to have to operate. And as we schedule and make changes to things, it's going to be based on that. So I'm just letting you know, and we're going to be. It's going to be good. This is not a negative thing; it's a positive thing. But I'm going to leave you all with a little more David Allan Coe and a good quote. And yeah, have a great weekend, guys. Got some great seafood. Get people excited because we got some good stuff in the house. And till next week.